Good evening, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. It's your girl Tina Berry, Straight No Chaser with the Queen, here at Straight No Chaser with the Queen Show, here at the throne. Yes. Look, I know y'all done heard everything about the NFAC leader being arrested. Why? Because America does not like strong black men. America doesn't like strong black men. They don't. He was arrested because they say that he pointed a gun at a federal agent during a protest for Breonna Taylor. He got arrested for pointing a gun, not shooting. They said pointing a long gun at the protest. Something happened at the protest, and they came back and they found him and arrested him. Yet, we still ain't got no justice for Breonna. Is this not, are me and you, are we living in the twilight zone? What is going on here? They see a strong leader, someone who's challenged them. He challenged white supremacy, and this is what happens when you challenge white supremacy. This is your girl, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. This is the first time me going live on my channel, my network, so I hope everything is working out good. You know, it makes no sense that we have to live this way. We are treated like animals. You know, we look at movies. We look at movies where they go ahead and they always treating the slaves bad. We look at the movies that the underclass is always bad and then the underdog comes out and they win. You know, this makes no sense. That we are actually living in a real life movie written by our oppressors, daring us to challenge our right to be human, daring us. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's your girl, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. You can follow me here on YouTube and on Instagram and on Anchor. You gonna say something, baby? Because I mean, it makes no sense. He didn't shoot anyone. He was out there at a protest for Breonna Taylor. And this incident happened back in September. What is this now? This is December. They planned this. They have to find a way to challenge any black man that challenges their authority.
Well, it just goes back to, you just look at history.
Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King.
Right. Look at history.
This is happening before us. Where is all the leaders? Every black person should be mad because these are people who came out trying to pick up the torch, basically, of the Black Panthers' attitude of by any means necessary. And they arrested our brother because he challenged his humanity and he challenged to protect us. Anybody that comes out to protect black people are murdered, but anybody that murders black people is protected. Yeah. Do y'all not see? Are y'all not scared? Because the thing about being scared, we either going to have to fight back collectively and get on one accord. Because these people, this is a test. This is a test to see, this is what they do. The powers that be that we keep talking, they work together. It's a system. It shows that white people, the white supremacists, not just all white people, the white supremacists, the mayos, they use the government, they use the powers of police and law to discriminate against us. And this is a way of them showing, okay, we're going to see how powerful you are in NFA, not effing around coalition. What you going to do? That they testing the water to see our reaction. They testing the water to see how many people are going to stand up. They seeing what reaction we going to have, because they're used to the reaction of us marching, yelling, and then going back to be docile. They're not used to us challenging them on an authoritarian level. When we do challenge our humanity, what they do? They shoot and kill us. This is a nothing but this is lynching. This is what they did with lynching. They would lynch the business owners. They would lynch black people in front of all other black people. What is lynching? You hanging a dead body out into display. You're trying to display him by doing what they accuse us to doing. Acting like, breaking the law. They subconsciously are putting the bodies out there. They sat back and let their friends who supposedly are not in law enforcement do the stuff. And the bodies are sitting there hanging there so that you will be scared to be a business owner, to be scared to fight for your rights. This, what they're doing to Grandmaster Jay, is trying to put fear in black people so you do not take arms and defend yourself. That's what this is for. This is so that we won't, so that people like Grandmaster Jay does not continue to get followers. They stopped it when Malcolm X was lining up the people. This is so that black men, as long as a black man wearing a skirt and tooting his ass up, they don't care. But when a black man got his mind together, and his mind is on protecting his people, and he defends himself, and he got a gun in his hand, now he is a threat. Because what y'all gonna have to understand is that this nation was built off of the backs of black people. This is how these other people live comfortably. They get their rocks off of destroying us. They want us without fathers. They want black women without any man. They don't want nobody to protect the black woman. They don't want the black man and the black woman to come together and protect each other. This is modern day lynching. They hanging him out in front of us to see what we're gonna do. See, when they used to hang black people out in front of black people back then, have black people fought back, they might not have been comfortable doing it, but they know we don't fight back. I want to know, where's all the NFAC at? Are they raising hell? Are they putting in paperwork? Because you still gotta fight smart right here. See how they can come pick him up? They can go look at a film. They can go all the way back and say that he pointed a gun, but they can't look at a goddamn film and see that they cops are killing us. They have to look at a film and they can see they cops put their hands on us. They're shooting and killing us. But yet a black man who's protecting us goes to jail.
Not for firing a gun.
Not for firing. Not for threatening anybody in particular. I guess they saying in particular, but
and who's to say he was pointing at that one individual?
They know how the feeling is when you out here in the rioting. That's why I said going out rioting is a bait now for us. We need to get together collectively and strategize. When we get together, we don't need to take all that energy out there marching and yelling in their faces. Remember, I said in my other videos, we got to get out these people's faces. Yes, we show the power. We need to have parades. Walk down there and show the power. We need to have parades. Don't wait till it's time to riot. Or when somebody make you mad, let's make you do parades. Like, share, hit the notification bell. Follow your girl. You gotta we gotta have parades. We gotta get together and talk. All that energy where everybody is getting together out there, they should not be out there, to me, in the police face, because you're sitting up. You see how remember the little white boy, Kyle, the one that shot up the protesters, and now they're saying that he's probably not going to get no charges pressed against him. See how the law works for them. Every time, it's just a coincidence that every time these motherfuckers do something, the law just happens to be in their favor. And every time it comes down to us, the law just happens to not fucking work for us. This is not a coincidence. It's the people that is controlling the law. They're controlling us through white supremacy by using the law. White supremacy is a system. These people are getting it in these offices. They're getting in these positions so they can drive the bus of white supremacy. And what the bus is our city governments. It's our government. It's our federal government, our state governments. You got one government. It's the federal government that say weed is illegal. Everybody going to jail. So that was what they was on the bandwagon in 1939. That's when they made weed illegal, when they said weed made black men attack white women. See, and then they hid all the evidence about marijuana when they did studies. Now the evidence coming out when white men see that he can benefit from it again. He benefit from it, from allowing us to get locked up. So they created a whole judicial system off of weed. And then they put weed at the Schedule 1 drug, meaning it's worse than marijuana, it's worse than cocaine, meth, and everything. And y'all know that's bullshit. Y'all know that's bullshit. But yet they do this. Why? Because the system of white supremacy is racist people, but predominantly white. Most other people of color and other black people who are in this racist system, they are unaware, but what makes them bad is that they refuse to learn. They refuse to sit in the positions they are and learn what's going on. But they drive this system and they make it okay for them to get away with the crimes that they get away with. And we play this game. It's a monopoly game. They kill us. We protest. Anything happen in the protest, there's just a couple of more prisoners they can collect. A little bit more money out of our pockets they can collect when you get arrested. Then you go to trial. They wait a couple of years, or they wait enough for the anger to die down. And then when they charge them, they'll say, oh, now they getting charged a little bit. When they do get charged, then next thing you know, they ain't got no time. But yet me and you and people who look like me and you and people who kids look like me and your kids are sitting in prison for marijuana that they might have been trying to sell to another grown person. It's enough with this American government saying what's wrong and what is right and what is wrong. How can the people who commit nothing but wrong continue to dictate to us what is right and what's wrong and continue to put us in their prisons? What we have, what Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was doing when they were coming together, and what Marcus Garvey and everybody, the real leaders, was understanding that we had a human rights problem. Human rights problem. We have a human rights, not a civil rights. Right. Civil rights, everybody jump in the bandwagon. We are a race of people who are being attacked on all fronts and backs and sides. We have a human rights problem. This should be making everybody mad. That's why we don't have time to divide us up among ourselves. All y'all black people out there that say you're for black people, you should be mad. You should be looking at this. Look at all the news articles and stuff. It's enough of them blaming us for the situations they put us in. This man, Grandmaster Jay, is a black man who challenged white supremacy. And when a black man challenges white supremacy where he has other people following him, remember the famous phrase. What did they tell Malcolm X?
No man should have that much power.
Yes. This is too much power for one man to have. But what is they? They have all the control. America is nothing but a power station, and we are the slaves. And those that don't want to jump on the bandwagon of abusing black people, they don't benefit. They don't get the being like, you know how Trump, you know how what they trick you is that you got the non-racist, so-called non-racist white people. Then you got the ones that just out and out racist and they showing you Mitch McConnell and all them. That's the seats and stuff that we need to take. See, we need to grow. We need to build our people minds up and stop this. I don't do politics and stuff. No, politics is what's gotten us in this situation because the white supremacists learned. See, at one point, blacks and whites did not know politics except for one group, one class of whites. They didn't know it. So that's when they came up with the electoral college and all that. So now that white people had got smart with politics, they learned to get into the government. The government that's written up today is not the government, not the way the government was planned to be ran when the black people made the government. So basically, they're learning to get into these seats and pass the legislation that benefits them and their ideologies. They get in these seats and they get the power. And when you have the power, you're right. They got us running around chasing money and chasing everything else. And that's not power.
They get all the wealth.
They make us think that money is the power. Money is the power, but the source to get the money is the power. How you get the money? You own corporations. You own people's time. They have enough money to keep buying our time over and over and over again. And we're so busy spending our time with them that as a collective race, we don't have time to build our race up. And that is the system of white supremacy, to leave us behind while they stay ahead. and anybody that challenges it is a threat to it. He didn't point. They know that this man didn't point. If he did point the gun, he didn't shoot him. How can you come back and arrest a black man who is protesting for a black sister who was murdered in cold blood in her bed by a bunch of, where's my petty bag? By a bunch of they got pig skins in my petty bag. They were murdered by a bunch of these, but yet they wrote their legislation to say that the cops who came in there murdered her were protecting themselves. Because we're not human. We don't get to protect ourselves. Our man, like the Breonna Taylor, her husband, her man, her boyfriend, he was shooting back. So now they justify it. The cop didn't go to jail. Nobody went to jail for shooting Breonna. He went to jail for the bullets that went through that could have shot somebody else, not the black woman. That's a messed up part. The wanton endangerment. That's what the wanton endangerment was. So nobody still is punished for Breonna, but yet black people are being punished. Black Breonna dead. Grandmaster Jay is in prison, federal prison, facing 20 years. He's facing 20 years. And we worried about us. I'm gonna be doing some more videos this week because I got some people, young boys that's been locked up since age 16 in the town of Dothan, Alabama. They put these young boys guilt by association left and right. They friends do a crime, next thing you know, they in prison. I got about, I don't know how many families where boys been sitting in prison since 16 years old, 20 and 4 years. They bake them. They let them sit in the diversion center, the child place, like they bread, like yeast, let them rise up to they 18. Then when they go to court, boom, they take them and sit them in prison. Anybody, black men, you are a threat to white supremacy. You are a threat to white supremacy. Any black man in power, we should not let them get away with. We should be protesting. If you want to protest online, we need to have strategized some other way, because our brother Grandmaster Jay, I don't care who don't like him, anybody that fights for the black people, we have to understand, though we all may be different, we might have different tools of fighting white supremacy. Though we may have different tools of fighting white supremacy, some of y'all swear you gotta pray it, and so all y'all that pray, but some of them that like Grandmaster Jay, who created the NFAC, not fucking around coalition. Then you got people that used to, like you got so many different activists. What we have to understand, all of us different activists, it takes all of our different personalities to tackle this beast of white supremacy. We have to understand that we need to get on code. What is the code? By any means necessary, protect black people, because we are the only unprotected race in the whole world. The law shows us now with Grandmaster Jay being in prison, being in federal jail, facing 20 years of federal time, all because they say he pointed a gun. They got time to do stupid shit like that, but they can't find who doing all these drive-by shootings. They can't find who killing all these rappers. They can't find nothing. They can find Bin Laden. They can find solar systems all the way out past the moon and stuff, but they cannot seem to find out why the hell is racism still running rapid in our American government, and it's 2020. This is nothing but modern day lynching. They lynched our people and hung them out to display, to discourage all the masses, discourage us, to put fear in us. What they're doing with Grandmaster Jay is putting him out there to put fear in those that follow him. You could be sitting out there and make a mistake and point a gun. They don't want black people to carry guns, but yet we see all the time these million mega march. We see these white people left and right. We see all these marches. We see how they hold guns at other white people, other cops and stuff. Nothing like this. Have y'all seen anybody getting arrested for pointing a gun at a protest? We know that Kyle What is his Riddle House? Is that the little white boy name? That shot up we know he shot protesters, then walked by the police with a gun. Nothing happened. This is not play, y'all. These people don't like us. These people don't want us to have no protection. Why would they go all the way out the way to arrest Grandmaster Jay? What is he doing that is getting their attention? We need to stop picking with each other and we need to stop picking apart each other and start seeing what is our enemy doing to us. Grandmaster Jay had the guns and trying to get us in the mind where we are not scared to fight back. You got other people trying to educate us on the history of our oppressors and how it affects us. We got to look at all our activists and see what they're bringing to the table. Because as one, even if we didn't have white supremacy, we are only all going to be different. We are all going to have struggles. We're not going to never get along. But what white people, they're not the same. You hear them, they fight hard to say they're nothing like the racists. But yet they'll eat and smile and love their racist relatives no matter what. But black folks, soon as somebody trying to fight for you, you will turn on the black person trying to save your black ass and take up for the white people who oppress you every day. There's a division, and they put that division in our thoughts. Grandmaster Jay has been arrested. This is nothing but modern day lynching to put fear into me, you, and anybody else that applauds what he is doing. Any black man, it should be more people signing up for the NFAC than before. All y'all that can get gun licenses, we need to be signing up, because when Black Panther was here, you seen them kill the Black Panther members, right? They painted a picture to me and you all these years. They'll put these lies out there, but they never correct their lies. Why? Because they don't care. As long as black people listen to the lies and or go against each other, that's the whole point of the lie. They don't care. They don't care if we kill each other. That's the whole point. They were tired of killing us. They put us, we're the only race that's awarded when we celebrate killing each other in songs. You can't celebrate killing a dog or nothing else. Only people who get celebrated with killing each other and patting each other on the back for murdering each other is black people. We'll make a song all day, but we will not talk about the real oppressors. They won't be able to keep us off the platforms and stuff. They won't be able to monetize off of us if we unified. We ain't got to get in those streets. We ain't got to march to unify. You have to have the same mind. Do you see white people marching to be racist? They just do the shit. They on code. They know who to go against. When somebody gets shot across the world and they know it's a white cop and a black cop, boom, boom, automatically everything is shut down. He's protected. He needs to have money so he can go home and take care of his family, and they figured it out later. I'm new to hey people, I'm new to this StreamYard, so I am just seeing your comments. Yes, they are coming for the guns. Young Elder Truth Seeker said, I'm supporting brother NFAC. Hey, Nikki. Joe Biden, somebody said Joe Biden just as racist as Trump. Yes, he is. He is just as racist as Trump. What? Do y'all see anything happening? Did he make any promises to help us? Remember I told y'all in my videos before, voting was a waste of our time? Huh? But I need y'all to hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to my channel, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. We here at the throne, and we're going to be discussing some stuff. Yes. I mean, we I don't have time for black people who say they're for black people, and this is happening to us. This is 2020, and we still cannot. We can watch white people walk up and down the street left and right, and nothing happens. But soon as a brother protects us, they got to dig way down deep. Way down deep. just so they can find a way to stop him, get him out the way, and stop the energy, that movement that everybody is trying to get in on with the NFC, that the energy that the NFC is putting out there. Protection, protection, protection. We need protection. We need land. We need human rights. Fuck a civil right. Civil is something man makes. Human rights mean we have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to eat, sleep, and think just like every other human on this earth. We shouldn't have to worry about, I'm finna get my petty bag. We should not have to worry about Becky with the damn telephone. Billy with the magma hat. These are the people that sit in the offices and pass laws and pass stuff. And these are the type of people that allow these police officers to get right rules, that these police officers can go home on paid leave after murdering somebody like me and you, like we're just a deer hit on the highway. Our dead bodies is nothing. But soon as one of they raggedy asses, something happened to them. Oh, 9/11. Oh, this and that. Oh, remember this. Remember that. Let's help Sandy Hook. My child this, my child that. While our children are dying in the street by grown-ass white men who they claim they fearing for their life. Or big behind steroid pumped up illegal immigrants who stole America from black people. Decides that they want to write laws that's going to encage me and you. They want us to feel sorry for them. But we supposed to watch. We've been watching our children die since slavery. After slavery, when we built up and separated, they came over there where we was at and they made sure they started lynching and killing us then. Look at Move On when they shot up the kids and the families coming out the building. They shot up the Black Panther house. How long are we going to have to live in a racist society that doesn't allow us to demonstrate our human rights? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Someone say he prayed that the brother fell out well. That's right, because we need millions of brothers like Grandmaster Jay that will stand up and basically organize us to the point where we defend ourselves mentally. He even said that you only defend yourself. He wasn't even out there to shoot anybody unless somebody shot back at him. They don't like to hear that. Nobody likes to hear the truth. But yet the police, see, when they say they fear for their life, it's like their life is more important than ours. White men can get up there and say they fear for their life. But black men cannot fear for their life. Black men got to be at the other end of the barrel. See, there's not enough white men at the end of the barrel. But see, they got the law, which is white supremacy. So when they're at the end of the barrel, what happened? They locked them up quick because their lives get protected. With the same money that come out of me and your paycheck, with the same money that we paying to be in this so-called city, this little thing called America, but yet the only protection is going to them while we stay unprotected and they still kill us. And we have to fight with this, play this fucking game of elect this, do that, hope they change the law. These people are not changing nothing. They're comfortable. They comfortable. They don't care. It's been 200 plus years when they took the government out of the black man's hand. The first president, when they realized they can get us back into slavery by infiltrating the government that freed us from slavery. This is nothing but modern day lynching to show you brothers out there. Like they did, this is they claim they ain't had slaves, but each one of them got a generation that attacks us. They had their generation during slavery. Their grandparents was there during Malcolm X. Their grandparents was there during Martin Luther King. We're making so bad our own government got together and killed Martin Luther King. The thing about white supremacy, it is power. It is power. They have the power to write what they feel like, even if it's wrong. And then when it's wrong, they don't care who it affects, as long as they're protected. They don't even care what other little white people they affect. Then they'll go back later. They never correct nothing. We know Columbus didn't discover America, but they not correcting nothing. How we get them corrected? We gotta fight, fuss, march. No, we have to start organizing online, coming together on platforms like this and other platforms, and bringing each other on here and strategizing, joining organizations, shopping black. If y'all, I just want to drop this. If y'all gonna shop for Christmas, if y'all into the Christmas season, if y'all ain't gonna stop, then shop black. Stop giving these white supremacist corporations your money. Shop black. The thing about the thing about it is that our dollars don't bounce around to us. Nobody is doing business with the black people, but black people doing the business with everybody else. Nobody is electing black people into positions that can change laws to help us, but everybody wants the black vote. Things like this with Grandmaster Jay is deep. It ain't just no arrest. We're not dumb no more. You can't just print something in front of us anymore and expect us to accept it. We know the tricks of the trade. We know the tricks of white supremacy. What is the usual? Resisting arrest when you're not arrested. Winking at a white woman, Emmett Till. Thinking that you human, Malcolm X, Grandmaster Jay. These are the tricks that they do so they can justify the rules that they write. And then y'all thinking that y'all dealing with a devil in a sky, in hell somewhere, and that it's a fight between a God in the sky and a devil in the earth. No, it's a fight between white and black, and it started 400 plus years ago. Because when you look at the people who's being attacked by the other people, it's white supremacy. Everybody agrees white supremacy, baby. Everybody knows it's white supremacy, right? Then how come white supremacy is still thriving, but not the Black Panthers or anything that comes to help us? Because the people in power are the white supremacists.
They got the power.
And the power is white supremacy, is racism, is power to keep this going, to make, to go, they spread it out the power. They own the news stations to back up the lies that the government pushes out. Then they own the police so that we won't get out of hand to come back and attack the government that attacks us.
And they control all the resources.
Then they control the resources so your ass be too hungry, tired, head hurting. So just by the time you get up there, you ain't got no gas or nothing to fight them back. They weaken their enemies.
Wealth, resources, and land.
Wealth, resources, land. They weaken food. They weaken the enemy. They weaken us. So we won't fight back. And then when somebody with a head stand up strong enough to say, fuck it, I don't care, they want to lynch him and show him. Let's see if this Negro really care. Let's see how his followers going to react. This is a test. This is a test, people. This is a test to see what the black folks going to do. You got a leader that came with guns. Y'all walk around with them guns and stuff. They trying. Oh, y'all wanted to be grown. Y'all thought y'all were human. Getting guns like them. You don't see nobody, no problem with white people. They gather with guns all the fucking time. Ain't nobody taking away nobody white rights. Ain't no laws been written from another race that affects the lives of white people. Not one. But yet they always crying about something and marching just like us. It's an insult. It is just beyond an insult. One moment. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Text the word Queens to 31996. Text the word Queens to 31996. Oh, look, y'all. I've been so used to being on Fly Nubian Queen. It's okay. I'm human. I'm human. No, you follow me. You can follow them. Follow me on Straight No Chaser with the Queen. I know. I'm so used to being on the network. Hey. Let's see. Somebody said, let's see what all these grown black men running around playing games, basketball, football, stand up. That's right. That's how they let our men use their energy. They won't let y'all come together with nothing else. They only let you come together to play basketball. They'll let you come together to play, to entertain them. You can get on stage and rap, and you can say, F y'all, kill each other, all that. You can do all that, but you cannot say, come together and fight against the system that oppress you. Because soon as they listen, and they listen to us, and they consider us the enemy, they consider us the threat. But we ain't did nothing to these people. Why are we the enemy and why are we a threat? What are we a threat? Why are they fearing for their lives? What is the life that they fear for? The life that they fear for is having to work on their own, having to actually make money, having to share the spotlight. Because soon as they do something, oh, scientists did this, scientists that, scientists stole the spotlight from black folks. You put yourself there. We ain't got no choice but to listen to this scientist. Y'all only made ways for them. You know, we got to look at the fact that these people don't like us. They don't like us, and they don't want to be uncomfortable. They want us to stay in a slave's place. They restarted slavery by infiltrating the government and making laws that is nothing but slave laws, undercover slave catchers, police, federal government, so-called agent. The federal government can come, but they could come because they getting gun pointed at them, but they can't come and shut down these white people dispensaries while black people are still sitting in the same prisons that's being ran by the same people who own the dispensaries. Ain't this some bullshit? It's beyond it's nothing but fuckery. But I just wanted to jump on here on my own channel, like, share, hit the notification bell, follow your girl Straight No Chaser with the Queen. It's Straight with the Queen on Twitter. Like I said, I'm using this for the first time, and I had to jump on here when I seen them arresting Grandmaster Jay, because I'm like, this is, if nobody, I mean, they play these same games and we should already know what the hell they doing. This is to put fear in the hearts of black people who see Grandmaster Jay as a strong leader that they can follow. This is the hang. They always trying to hang a strong black voice. Long as you cooning and doing what they want, they okay. They okay. But when you start being for black people like you should be, then they start trying to figure you out. Remember the other black man that they came and arrested him, talking about black, what is the term they came up with? Black extremists. How can you be a black extremist? They don't want us to like our blackness. That's why they made us straighten our hair. That's why they didn't accept nothing black. That's why they do what they do. They call it black extremists, but no white extremists. Ain't no groups out here attacking white people at all. Ain't no black people going arresting white people. Ain't no black people writing laws that affects the majority of the white race. The only thing we want is fairness. Divide back up the lands, divide back up on the resources. You say you didn't have slaves, then if you didn't have slaves, you got stolen slave money. The opportunities that y'all have came through slavery. So you didn't make nothing on your own, dear white people. You had forefathers that put you ahead and left us behind and then called us dumb after they took the books and didn't let us learn the language. It's all an act. Y'all set the stage. But it's time to divide it up. If you're so concerned about right and you so-called love your white Jesus so much, then you should do, what would Jesus do? He go get fish and divide it up and say this and that. What would Jesus do? These so-called people go to church and worship the same God y'all do. What would they do? Jesus, the story of Jesus, he's supposed to be fair. So the land should be redivided up. The businesses, it's finances, reparations is what we need. We need more time for education. We need time to catch up. Land, yes, that's my mama. Land and everything. Like, share, subscribe. Again, this is your girl, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. We're here at the Queen's throne. Like I said, I'm testing this out. I had to jump on here when I seen Grandmaster Jay. It's just nothing but modern day lynching. I mean, these people don't stop. They claim that they didn't have slaves, but they act just like they got damn old slave owning grandparents. They have no problem with looking in our faces and seeing how these white supremacists doing. Nobody is stopping white supremacy. It's enough for them that they keep white supremacy going under the guise, undercover laws. And then the slave catchers is undercover police. It's enough with these white men who are racist white supremacists pumped up on steroids out here and doing what they want. Then they go in their groups and they brag about it. Everybody knows they use black people as targets. Everybody knows they shoot with paper as black photos. All the stuff comes out and all they do is apologize. And then we supposed to go on and live with these nuts. We walk among them every day. Nobody is protecting black people, because the same people that we have to tell when they say, ma'am, describe the oppressor. Well, he got stringy hair and blue eyes and they got pale skin, sometimes olive. They don't like to hear that, because when you describe them, they'll look in the mirror and see them damn selves. You think they're going to say, well, let me step down and let justice come in? No, they eating good. They sleeping good. They don't care. They getting our organs. They keeping their family and their grandparents alive. It's stuff going on that me and you will never know about, because they keep us wrapped up with so many problems in our own communities and arguing with each other and running around worried about what's the next style and the next song that's out, that you don't even know there's a whole nother world within the world that is being ran by white people. I'm gonna start doing. I got a meeting with a guy with a film, and I'm trying to put together a documentary just to show you these white people. They get land, and then they put their gates up, and then they hire their own police officers, and then they stay protected. They come out to get our money, work, build their businesses, and they go home, and then they actually have guards and stuff at their gates. But we don't know that. Our communities are open fields so that they can come in and out. They don't teach us to stick together, because we are thinking that we are competing against each other. We don't know how to, instead of buying these individual houses and mixing in with the white people, we need to buy land together and then put our own security and then our own community meetings. We don't know how to do that yet, because they got us too busy shooting and killing each other, where we're scared to stay with each other, and we running under the master arm like he ain't. We praying to Jesus and running to the white man. We need change in our minds. Again, like, share, hit the notification bell. This is Straight No Chaser with the Queen. I just wanted to get in here and test this out. Like I said, when I seen Grandmaster Jay arrested, is like, this is Malcolm X all over again. This is too much power for one man to have. So they had to dig down deep. And then the insult, the irony. He's at a protest because several white men shot up a black woman in her bed who was an emergency person who would come and help those who are sick. And he gets to go, the white people get to go home, and they're defended. We got to sit around and debate if a white person did wrong. Oh, wait a minute, did this happen? Did that happen? You know, they get to debate. We got to debate if they did anything wrong, while the mama burying her child. But then soon as he pointed a gun at the black man, at the white man who got the law of federal agency behind him, he got to go to jail, and he finna face 20 years. This is some fucking bullshit. They write the laws. We got to get in them seats so we can write the laws. We can write the law. Any white man that kills a black person, talking about they fear for their life and they can't prove it, needs to be executed with through the judicial system, the death penalty. They don't want that type of power. They don't want you to get bold. They want us to walk around the streets half with our head hang down. When they want us to be walking around, when they pull them lights come behind us and our heart beating so fast. We all should be mad. I don't care who don't follow them. We should be mad and tired of the stuff that black people go through at the hands of white supremacy. They had y'all running around voting. Y'all are robots. Soon as they say vote, soon as they say holidays, soon as they say, oh, cry, 9/11, pray for this. Y'all dare. Soon as somebody black say, save yourself. What? I can't do that. We pray to Jesus. It's God's will. But it ain't God's will for no other race on the planet. But it's God's will for us to suffer. No, they changed our mind. Your will is your mind. You have to have a will to live, right? When people get depressed, they say your will to live goes. I know. So you got to pump yourself up every day. So they took our will to be human among other humans away so that we could be comfortable being the underclass slaves. I keep telling black people that I talk to all the time. I have a woman whose son is in prison, and she's scared to talk because of her job. Why would it be your job? Because the white man controls the money in the banks and the bills, and now we're paying for stuff that's not natural, that's not in nature. And so now we got to ignore our motherly instincts and stuff that would be our human instincts so that we can keep playing this game and keep our car notes paid up and our lights on and stuff like that. I really believe the homeless people got it a little bit better. They just uncomfortable. Because see, when you get in the system, you got to play the game. The light bill due, the rent due, the insurance due. Oh, and when you think you got a job and pay it all there, let me throw in some tickets and this and that. Let me just do this and that. You know, they changed that. The white supremacy means you control. Racism means you control the resources and the lives of another race. We don't get to control nothing about them. We don't write nothing that makes them uncomfortable. Soon as something makes them uncomfortable, they write it. In school, they came up with the PTA. Soon as it's uncomfortable in school, here they go writing rules. When it's uncomfortable, they come around us and make stuff on. When they're uncomfortable, they make it where it's a white supremacist world where we automatically form into formation to be comfortable for them. The police, they not comfortable with black people. It's an undercover I feel for my life. They just don't like black people. They're not comfortable with black people, so they get to shoot. And they all feel the same way. They all look alike. They all feel the same way because the same people doing it. The people who are shooting black people and getting away and saying they fear for their life, what do they look like? What do they look like? Is it not a habit? When you kind of see a habit, if you see the same thing happening over and over again, how come no national law has been set in place to stop this that's going on? They know what's going on. They're trying to hold on to the last of the slavery as they could. They hoping that they can pull this off another 100-something years and we'll be completely broken. The people like me, you, Grandmaster Jay, all the black people out here fighting, they hoping that they'll break us so that nobody will speak to you. See, they had a whole gap last time that when they killed Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Their job is to come exterminate us. Why? Because their whole lifestyle, their whole existence depends upon us being dumb and being slaves. Because when we walk away and do our own, we ain't got to fight them. We just got to walk away and they won't have nobody to use. See, they put themselves ahead. Had we walk away 100 years ago, they wouldn't be disadvantaged. So now when we walk away, they really don't need us because now they have enough white people that they have dropped down to a poor class than the 1%. So now they can feel them white people and go right back to white slavery, white on white slavery like it used to be. If we walk away, the best thing that we need to do is learn our history and read books that tell the truth. Not books that's going to be comfortable. Reading your Bible every day has not helped your grandmother nor your great-grandmother. It just appeases you and keeps you in a state of mind of hope while you being beat and while the winds blow and stuff. Yeah, it just keeps you there. But it's not changing nothing because you need to stand up. And when somebody comes to tell you to stand up, you're taught to attack that person. They're hoping to break us They hoping to hold on to slavery just a little bit longer. They need just another 100 years, and then the history of black people will really be wiped out because activists will be wore out. Black people will be piled in prison. It'll be no older people at home. It'll be young people having kids, and then them because they young and doing stupid stuff. They kids young and doing stupid stuff. Now you gonna have kids in jail at age 11 and stuff doing life. You know, look at what they're doing to us. We're the face of destruction for them. The most evilest things they can think of, they have transitioned those into us, and we're acting them out among ourselves. So again, y'all have a beautiful, blessed night. Beautiful, melanated people. We have to stick together. Give a shout out to Grandmaster Jay. Hold his head up. We cannot sit back and watch history repeat itself in our face. When they back then, they didn't know they was rewriting history. When they messed up the Black Panthers, they had Black Panthers all over, but all the Black Panthers didn't come together and go out like that. They put them in prisons and stuff to put fear in them. What we got to get rid of is our fear. They don't fear for their lives. They make us fear for our lives. How can you hold a gun, control the law, and then walk around and be the fucking victim? Enough is enough. Again, y'all have a beautiful melanated day. It's your girl, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. Please like, share, and support. Someone said, ha ha ha, NFA, a bunch of bitches. If it was, they would not have Grandmaster Jay in there. Believe me, when the federal government sees a threat, they go and attack like an ant, like ants do. It don't matter if he whatever gay, you must be a troll. You could go out of here because we already divided. We don't need dumb black folks or supposed to be black folks attacking other black folks that's putting their lives at risk just so that we can all, a code is we need to get out this hole of white supremacy by any means necessary. So if you got to sing your way out, sing positive songs. If you got to rap your way out, rap positive songs. If you got to act your way out, act images that's going to empower us. At the end of the day, we need empowerment. And at the end of the day, Grandmaster Jay still showed empowerment. I don't give a damn what nobody do in the bed. That is just nothing but confusion. That's why we continue to be in the place that we're in. And I'm not going to hear it. We all need to stick together. Those that's real. I ain't talking about fake black people yelling black power and not doing nothing and then undercover helping the white man. And if you don't know if it's you, then you better start checking yourself. What are you doing for your black people? Is your attitude, is your thoughts, is your conversation more of destruction to the black race? Or because we do need to check some of our black leaders. We do need to check some of us. But we're not going to bash each other for the entertainment of white people no more. So you can step off with that. Enough is enough. You got a black man sitting right here who's leading people, sitting in a white man prison, finna face almost talking about 20 years. This ain't no damn game. That's the problem. Enough is enough about gay and stuff like that. White people got us worried about stupid shit when we ain't even free under their hand. Let's get our own land and do what the fuck we want, and we can have conversations about each other on our own shit. It's embarrassing to keep. There's some black people need to be checked. Let's check them in in an intelligent way. But insulting and stuff like that ain't gonna get. I understand you might have some beef or whatever and stuff, but how could you do? That's just like what they did to Ice Cube. You got a black man who is smart. Y'all can watch his movies all day long, but yet somebody doubted that he was smart enough to know what's right for us. But he okay to entertain us. You don't see the stupidness? You don't see how they got us thinking stupid? We jumped all over Ice Cube because he was taking around a treaty basically to the white people who already rule us. But y'all fussing about the wrong thing because you're trying to attack the black people that help you. Like I said, they hoping that the mindset stays that way. So anytime a black person rises up to bring you together, y'all will attack it for the clothes it wears, for the way it walks, what sexuality it is, and miss the message. We don't need that no more. We need grown-ass people trying to handle grown-ass problems so that we can have our kids grow up grown and stop being buried at a young age or buried in the system of white supremacy. This is an insult. This is a lynching again. This is another Malcolm X being put in because, like they say, this is too much power for one man to have because he came out with power with guns. There's other groups with guns, but yet they must ain't too much of a threat if the FBI ain't down their throat. He said some stuff that they didn't like. When anytime we say we gonna shoot back, it's a problem. That's why we got to get on code so we can have code words like them. So we can say, so times like this, no matter if we don't like Grandmaster Jay, times like this, it don't matter where you at, black, you get on code. Wait a minute, why is our brother in jail? Why is he in? I don't care. Why is he in prison for this? When he was at a protest for a queen, was you at the protest that's calling him gay? What are you doing for Breonna? We got to start checking ourselves and stop acting the way white supremacists taught us to act. And that's attacking each other unnecessarily. Unless you are a problem to the black community, then you will be checked. Again, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. A sister gonna get up out of here. Peace.